Welcome to the Italian Wine Podcast. This episode has been brought to you by the Wine to Wine Business Forum 2022. This year will mark the 9th edition of the forum to be held on November 7th and 8th of 2022 in Verona, Italy. This year will be an exclusively in-person edition. The main theme of the event will be all-round wine communication, and tickets are on sale now. The first early bird discount will be available until August 22nd. For more information, please visit us at winetowine.net. Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Hello, everybody. My name's Stevie Kim, and we are here in Lugana today. Beautiful day, and we are here to learn a little bit about this territory, which is called Lugana. It's quite near Verona. It's between Verona and, I would say, Milan. Is that correct? No.
Yeah, Verona and Brescia.
Verona and Brescia, even better. We are here today with Fabio Zenato. He is the newly elected neo-president of the Consortium of Lugana, and we want to learn a few things about Lugana today. So, ciao Fabio.
Ciao Stevie, thank you.
So congratulations.
Grazie.
I don't know what that means, if it's good or bad.
It's a mission, huh?
Yeah,
it's
a mission. So would you mind telling us, just kind of give a brief overview of what Lugana is, like in terms of territory, in terms of number of producers? Give us a little bit of the stats.
Yes, of course, with pleasure.
Yes.
So thank you, first of all, for being with us and to discover this territory, right? A small territory, tiny territory. It's a territory made of 2,500 hectares of vineyards, and it represents the base of Lake Garda. So we are crossing the border of Veneto and Lombardy. So we are here in Peschiera, Sirmione, Desenzano, Pozzolengo, and Lonato. This is the five villages that are inland of Lugana.
Is it more Verona or was it Brescia?
In terms of surface, Brescia is dominant, more than 80%.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Then when we move to bottles and wine production, because of most of us as producers are owning lands in Verona and in Brescia.
Oh, okay.
In terms of bottles, then there's much more balance in between Verona and Brescia. But in reality, what we love to say is it's one unique territory. It's Lugana, because it's quite impossible to find one pure producer in one or the other of the side, let's say. And for us, the important is the base of Lake Garda, because the origin of this territory has to be found when this lake was a glacier that moved down a lot of clay where we are today. So this very, very important information creates the base of the appellation. This grape is Turbiana, indigenous, growing in this clay soil. These two dominant characters.
So how many producers are there?
In 2,500 hectares, there are 208 families of vineyards and more or less 50%, 95 wineries.
Oh, 95 wineries.
Yes. So there are growers, pure growers, and then growers toward the production of wine and bottles.
So, Fabio, you're like kind of specialized Mr. Tulbiano in a way, right? So tell us a little bit about the grape variety specific to Lugana, what it is, and how if it's different from Trebbiano di Lugana, Trebbiano di Soave.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, with pleasure, because this needs to be done, let's say, in one way.
Because there's a little bit of confusion,
yes,
I must say.
Which has an origin linked to the ampelography. So the national catalog is dated back in the years when there was not as much of DNA research, right? Now we have much more deeper way to investigate the variety and the genetics of the grape. And this allows us to discover some actual details that allow us to really go in the DNA of the plants. So back 20 years ago, there was the possibility to investigate the DNA of these plants in relation to many other Trebbiano belonging group, let's say, of plants. You know, Trebbiano as a family, as group of white grapes, is the biggest of Italy.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
not only in Italy. There are Trebbiano growing in Russia to Spain. Because as this great
No, as a family,
character, yes,
Trebbiano.
as family,
Yes,
yes,
okay.
yes. So,
Not Turbiano.
not Turbiana,
Okay,
Trebbiano.
okay.
Turbiana has its own DNA characters that identify, let's say, genetically speaking. Then, going to the vineyard, what we have to look is the expression of the DNA in the plants. So, it has a great identity in terms of potential of production and grape and skin characters that really are an unicum with this soil. So the plant has DNA factors, but then the response is in this area unique because of the soil. So this DNA plant on our clay soil create this unicum in terms of sapidity in the fresh version of the wine and in minerality, speaking about the long age and potential of this variety.
Are you enjoying this podcast? There is so much more high quality wine content available from Mama Jumbo Shrimp. Check out our new wine study maps or books on Italian wine, including Italian Wine Unplugged and much, much more. Just visit our website, mamajumboshrimp.com. Now, back to the show.
But it is similar to Trebbiano di Soave, right?
The more similar in terms of plant familiarity are Verdicchio and Trebbiano di Soave.
Okay. And what is the difference between, in terms of taste profiles?
In terms of taste profile,
They're very similar in a way.
They
right?
are similar, but here I would say there's more texture as a global sensation, and the green note is quite always well balanced with the fruity notes, as per the young version, for the fresh version, as for the long aging potential of the grape. So this has this versatility, which is linked to the acidity, to the green side, but always well paired by the fruity notes in the wine.
Okay. So for Lugana, is it 100% Turbiana? Or I think you can actually add some other grapes, right? A small
You're right.
percentage?
You're right. Since the origin, 1967, the first appellation of Lombardy, Lugana was, and one of the first 10 of Italy. The appellation rule says minimum 90% of Turbiana, which means that there's a 10% window of other white grapes.
Any white grape varieties?
Non-aromatic.
Okay,
white grapes,
non-aromatic.
to respect the style of the wine.
But it can be both international and
Correct.
local grape
Could
varieties.
be local or international. But to be honest, nowadays, the majority of the producers are focusing 100% on Turbiana.
Why is that?
Because we realize that 10% as blend is almost nothing plus, let's say. So a better detailed vinification process, giving the best expression to the potential of the grape in terms of vinification, fermentation, and maturation, certainly, shows a more realistic and authentic sign of the territory in the glass. That's the feeling.
So most of the producers will tend to use 100% Turbiana.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What else can you tell us about Lugana in terms of the characteristics? You said sapidity and acidity.
Yes.
Is that one of the characteristics?
I'd say, of course, these are the two dominant for the fresh, for the young phase of the wine, that turn to minerality when you wait some years and you retaste the wine after 4, 5, 6 years and plus.
So for anyone who hasn't tried Lugana, what is it similar to?
Like, difficult question.
No, what is it similar to in terms of the international wines? Is it similar to Chardonnay? It's certainly not similar to Sauvignon, but is it similar to Chablis? Is it similar to?
I think that I would go to the direction of Chablis, or kind of Chardonnay, but with an extra hint of grain sensation, like maybe the peanut style. So a kind of blend in that direction. So a nice richness in the body of the wine, but this green hint in the beginning, in the front phase of the tasting, let's say. That would be an idea.
So, Fabio, you as the mandate, how long does your mandate last as the president of the
3
consortium?
years.
3 years.
Yes.
In these 3 years, what would you like to accomplish? Like, what are your goals in the perfect world? What would you like to do?
To be honest with you, it's really an idea because we are just getting right. So we are very, very, let's say, last minute election because we're a few days before Veneto.
Right, right.
My idea is trying to get a more international profile of the wine. We are, as appellation now, already 2/3 foreign market versus 1/3 domestic.
Oh, really?
But this international dimension is now mostly Europe,
Right.
Northern Europe. So
So
this
less in America.
the project, the idea would be to go farther and to get the right attention in the real international big markets as appellation. We are pretty convinced that the wine has great potential in the taste for, let's say, well-educated consumers, of course, and we are always targeted to a very small niche of the market and of the consumer who loves the wine, the territory, knows the area. So, of course, we need to get this kind of, let's say, fans for the territory and for the wine. But this, of course, has to pass through a way of promotion of great ambassadors, of great lovers and fans of Lugana that let people experience the wine.
So talking about ambassadors, of course, the Consortium of Lugana is a supporter for Veneto International Academy, and we are looking forward to bringing the ambassadors back to the territory in November. Just to close off, Fabio, if you were to describe Lugana in 3 words, what would that be? 3 adjectives.
3 adjectives.
Yes.
The first one would be young and immediate, and rich, and the last but not least, it's a versatile wine.
Versatility.
Yes, versatility.
Okay, great. All right, cheers, and looking forward to seeing you soon.
Salute. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode brought to you by the Wine to Wine Business Forum 2022. This year will mark the 9th edition of the forum to be held on November 7th and 8th, 2022 in Verona, Italy. Remember, the first early bird discount on tickets will be available until August 22nd. For more information, please visit us at winetowine.net. Guys, I'm Joy Livingston, and I am the producer of the Italian Wine Podcast. Thank you for listening. We are the only wine podcast that has been doing a daily show since the pandemic began. This is a labor of love, and we are committed to bringing you free content every day. Of course, this takes time and effort, not to mention the cost of equipment, production, and editing. We would be grateful for your donations, suggestions, requests, and ideas. For more information on how to get in touch, go to italianwinepodcast.com.